I think there is a whole nother wave to come. And right now what we're seeing is really the 1.0, if you will, of podcasting, which is similar to the 1.0 of the web. It's mostly as this awesome new distribution vehicle, but the paradigm is still very similar to radio. Most of your description of podcasting, like mine just now, use the term radio because that's well understood as far as what is recorded and distributed via audio. But and that was similar to the web, and everything on print moved to the web, potentially had a greater audience, was more immediately accessible, was cheaper. But then things like blogs came around, when they did, was really the web coming into its own. And the other stuff didn't go away. There's still New York Times and newspapers and magazines and everything that was in print on the web. But what blogs introduced was a form of publishing that didn't exist in print and took advantage of the intrinsic qualities of the web, the idea that you could publish several times a day because it didn't cost you anything and it didn't cut down any trees, the idea that you could take advantage of the hyperlink and add value and context and you could make it more interactive and two-way with comments and refer logs, and you have this distributed conversation, was a whole new type of publishing, one that really made sense for an individual to do as well as a corporation, and it was just a native form of web publishing. So for podcasting, we haven't seen that yet. We're sort of in the pre-geocities phase of podcasting, where it's not even, geocities made it easy for anyone to literally put up a web page, but there wasn't, until blogs and some other tools, it wasn't clear why you'd do so or how to do so on an ongoing basis. So with podcasting, I think there's that same potential where it's going to evolve to a much more common, everyday type use that's not seen as producing a radio program. Those things will still exist and people will download their NPR, but beside it they'll have messages from their friends and group conversations or a million different things that we don't even know about yet.